time for another edition of Celebrities Behaving Badly, allegedly.
Joining us now to talk more about this, Heidi Hamilton, our friend.
With my iPhone, which now, oh my God.
I throw it in the trash.
But honestly,
it's fine.
But honestly, I feel like if I go to the Apple store and I have a problem or something, I just hand it off to that guy. I assume he's looking at everything anyway. I'm like, did I take all the nudies on? Whatever.
You have nudes on your phone?
I have a few little.
Whoa.
Everybody does.
You know where you're like, oh, that's cute.
I don't.
Maybe that's more of a girl thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm like, I always assume they can get in it anyway.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, anyone who wants to can get into my phone.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there that anyone cares about. But
I've seen it.
No, it is
scary.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I know.
Yeah.
You're not gonna give it up. So.
Speaking of photos, so we're talking about Vanessa Hudgens. Her boyfriend, Austin Butler, they posted this pic on Instagram. It shows them celebrating Valentine's Day in Sedona. Beautiful Sedona.
They also posted a photo of a carving that they apparently made in one of the mystical rocks in Sedona. Austin and Vanessa. No. There's a problem, though. It's against the law, you miscreants. They could be facing a fine. They could even face 6 months jail.
Yeah, which is not going to happen. Now, we'll see. They posted that picture on Instagram, and that's when people freaked out because they said it's essentially burial ground, like it's sacred, and that would be like going, you know,
to a graveyard.
And spraying graffiti on it. Now, there are other people who are like, oh, it's just chalk, it's fine. But who's traveling? Who's going on vacation and going, don't forget the chalk?
Well, it doesn't look like a carving.
Or maybe it was
really,
scratched into it. It's not like they were using a jackhammer down into the
right.
the rocks.
It will probably wear away. But we talked about it today on the show. It's like, no, if you really love me, then scratch that into your brand new car door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get a brand new car and show your love for me and scratch
your
in.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big problem at really big sites like Machu Picchu and things like that, where tourists come by and they'll scratch or they'll and it looks like you're like, look at all this graffiti.
I freaked out because I was up in Alaska and in Mendenhall Glacier and it's like pristine, nothing is left.
Right.
And I was and I had a bunch of stuff in my pockets. I was getting my phone out to take a picture and a bunch of candy wrappers, like gum wrappers, were flying and I'm like,
you're chasing the wrappers.
And yes, it's windy and I'm trying to chase.
You're going to kill a seagull.
Yes.
Because they freak you out. They're like, do not litter, do not leave trash, do not spit out your
gum out of your mouth and save it. Yeah.
And all of that. And I was really freaked out about it. And I go to get my pocket and everything goes everywhere. And I'm, afraid I was going to jail, but I didn't. I ended up okay.
Listen,
but you got to be careful.
If you can't prove your love by,
etching your name.
Right, vandalizing.
I do feel like that's kind of a third grader thing to do.
It is.
Junior high.
Better.
We're grown people. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Talking about third graders, temper tantrums. What happened with Rihanna at the Grammys?
Yeah,
she said she had bronchitis, and that's why she couldn't make it. And now we're hearing, no, she had a weird meltdown. What's going on?
Well, she had a meltdown, I guess, at Grammy rehearsal, and then, now they're saying she didn't do the Grammys because she had bronchitis and was on antibiotics, and the antibiotics weren't working yet. The night before, we're hearing that she had a clothing launch party that she seemed to be fine for.
Right.
And then 2 days before, she was performing at the Lionel Richie party where she sang her heart out and sounded great and seemed fine when she's supposed to.
Amazing. I was upset that she didn't have that performance at the Grammys. Did you hear her?
Yes, it was great.
She was singing "Say You, Say Me."
It was all good, and now she didn't perform at the Grammys because they thought, well, maybe there was a prepared thing, like she wasn't necessarily totally prepared. Her people are saying bronchitis, but Lauryn Hill was supposed to perform at the Grammys as well. She didn't. And then if you watch the Grammys, The Weeknd performed, won some awards. But he forgot his dance moves halfway through. He started a dance and then went, I don't know.
What was going on at the Grammys?
So then he just walked around. He was just like, I don't know the rest. I'll just walk.
Between him, Taylor Swift was crying because of her performance, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
And Adele.
Who said, the microphone fell on the piano and everything.
I mean, out of all places to get the audio right,
the Grammys.
Let's do it at the Grammys.
Maybe screw up the Oscars. That's not really your bag.
Get a cheap team at the Oscars, but let's get the pros for the Grammys.
You'd get the pros. So, who knows what that story is, but bronchitis, supposedly. And they said that if she would sing with the bronchitis, she could ruin her vocal cords forever.
Forever.
So she can't.
True.
But yet, she was heard screaming at rehearsal. It's like, if you have bronchitis, why are you screaming,
Right.
And
she should have used, food poisoning or something.
Something else.
Pink eye.
Or pink eye's a good one.
No one
Diarrhea is
wants
also
pink
a good
eye
one,
with
too.
pink
No
eye.
one, even cops don't argue with that. You're like, I'm so sorry, I've got to get home. And they're like, all right, man, I'll let you go.
Rihanna can't perform. She has diarrhea. That would...
Maybe PR-wise, that's not so sexy.
Right.
It kind of ruins her sex appeal image. I, however, don't care.
You can get more of these medical diagnoses on Dish Nation weeknights at 6:30, 11:30 right here on Fox 11. Also catch Heidi and Frank's show on 95.5 KLOS live every weekday morning.
Check her out on social media.
6 to
Maybe
10.
she'll show you some pictures of her.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll post. I almost didn't make it I was almost a no-show because of the rain.
Because of the rain, the traffic is terrible.
It's horrible.
Yes.
It's going to take me 3 hours to get home.
If the one you love isn't coming home tonight, it could be traffic.
right.
It could be.
It could be diarrhea.
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Both. Which is a nightmare, by the way.
Oh, my
Stuck in
God.
traffic.
Have you ever been there? Talk about torture. Coming up, while your Parmesan cheese may have an oaky taste.
Oaky.
What?